Hi. So, good morning for me at least. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever it is at your time, at your place. I'm happy today. I'll explain the source of happiness a bit later. But so let me I think talk about what my work is going to be because I think I need to get this out of my head somewhere concrete, and I think this would be actually let me get my notebook as well. I try not making a lot of noise while getting it because I think I usually don't talk while I'm not in my chair recording. I kind of want to hear like how it sounds when I move around. But yeah, so I think I've also mentioned I have a box of pen, so that's near me. Oh, I got a message. Today is going very well. I have been very happy with all the messages I'm receiving. It's like Christmas for me. But yeah, okay, so let me concentrate. So, work wise, today, me and my friend, we have to work on a certain thing we are doing. So, we call it the presentation 2. So, this is my last year in college, and we have two presentations. I'm also doing a course that I failed last semester. So basically last year. So I'm doing it in this semester, and it has started. I'm working on it. It's a light one, especially because we have repeated. So the professor is like a bit kinder to us, which is weird because the first time we did, she was not kind at all. So it's weird. Like every time this happens, this has happening for the second time when a professor has been like rude to us, to me and like other people in the majority of times, but like in the end, not even two, like this has happened the third time that the professor is like suddenly had a change of heart, and you would assume that that feels good, but usually that ends up feeling like, I don't know, bad. Like it feels kind of cheap. I don't know how to put it, but yeah. Anyways, I'm still kind of happy that she's been giving us a bit of leave in what we want to do. So yeah, I'll be working on it. It's a like I'm giving it like 1 to 2 hours per day. I have to work on it, and then other than that, I'll be working on. If you heard that, I was just scratching my neck. I don't know if that came through. My mic sometimes picks up like audio that I never expect it to pick up. But yeah. So next is me and my friend. We have to work. Also, I'll just mention this like briefly. Because of my mic being like super high quality or whatever, I mean, so not super high quality, but like above average quality, everything I record is like 10 times the size I would record other audios. So everything I record is like has a lot of data in it. So it can get up to like one. So I was uploading on Soundgasm like an hour long video or some audio or something, and it went up to like over a gigabyte, and then I found out that there's a limit to what you can upload on Soundgasm. So I had to then I what I did was, instead of stereo, so basically both audio, both left and right, earphones or headphones or speaker get different audio. I compressed it into mono. You can't really tell the audio difference because I don't really do anything differently in these two, but it does help reduce the audio. So it basically makes it half the size. But yeah, okay. So what was I talking about? Yeah. So talking about that again. Talking about work. So I'll be doing my P2 presentation, P2 work. Our presentation is this month later actually. Wait, when is our presentation? I hope it's not today. I'm pretty sure it's not. I can't check it because that's the reason I'm recording the audio, because internet is not working again. I don't like when the internet stops working, but at least it's giving me a nice excuse to like talk with you. I really wanted to spend time with you this morning, even earlier, but I was too like, I just woke up and I wasn't like very energetic. So yeah, I do want to record like an early audio where I like just wake up and have that, drowsy voice. I don't know. I think whenever someone else records those type of audios, I really enjoy it. So I don't want to do it as well once at least. But yeah. Okay, so again, this audio might be later. So basically, I'd be editing this later. I think this workflow suits me much better because I can record at one point and then edit it later when I have more time, right? So it basically divides up the work nicely. But yeah. So I did a audio script. I did a script for someone, and Okay, now it's always a like kind of confusing thing. Like, should I mention their name or not in the audio, right? Like sometimes you I don't know. It feels like a lot of attention might be brought to you. So I'm not doing it this time. It's not that I'm not grateful to them or anything, but I just don't want that to happen, right? But I did a audio script like script fill for someone. If you don't know what a script fill is, basically someone writes a script and if you like voice it, you just call it a fill. I did that, and they, in response, did a audio reaction, which is such a. So I always have thought of doing this, right? Like whenever someone does a script, does a not a script, but like any audio, right? For example, someone has done like a audio of a certain scenario. I always think like I really want to do like a audio reply to this, right? Like a kind of like a I mean, calling it roleplay feels kind of weird, but I guess that's the closest I have as a word. Like basically, giving them like the what would I do in that scenario kind of thing. Why is there a loud audio spike? Anyways, so they did a audio reaction, like live reaction, not live reaction, just a audio reaction. It was so sweet. It was so sweet. I just melted. Like I listened to it, and I listened to it like 3, 4, 5 times, and I'll listen to it probably after this as well. It was super sweet. So yeah, that's one thing. The other is my friend replied to me right now. In general, I think I have been having a good time. Like other than the like loneliness, I mean that's the thing, really. When I'm lonely, I do these things. I talk to you. I record these script files scripts that are like that kind of feel like what I want to get out of my system verbally. But yeah, I used to write audio, not write. I used to record audio diaries at one point. I had a app in my phone that's like voice diary. If I got the time or energy to do the app thing again in my phone, you would know this, but I have a app called voice diary, which I haven't used in a very long time because I've been doing this instead. But I used to say things in that for some time, and it felt very good. But yeah, so yeah, Valorant. Okay, so let me talk about Valorant a little bit. Sorry, this will be just a theme for like a few weeks or something, because Valorant has just so this is what happens. Valorant generally has like a very tight schedule. So for example, like for 6 or 8 months, it will be happening like a lot, and then for the rest of the year, there's no Valorant happening. So that's the reason I'm so excited, because for the past like 4 or 5 months, there was no Valorant. Like the champions happened on August, I believe. So August, September, October, November, December, January, February. So I think February we got matches started. So almost 6 whole months. 5 to 6 months, no Valorant at all. I was pretty bored. So I'm excited. I'll talk about the teams that qualified. I did this already, but I'll just go about it briefly. I don't know, I like talking about them. So there's FPX and EDG, Edward Gaming from China. FunPlus Phoenix and Edward Gaming from China. Both a pretty good team, but as China is a new region, it's pretty like we're not expecting too much out of them. It's a eight team battle. It has a Swiss format, which I'm new to. Apparently, like they shuffle the teams every time they fight, which is new for Valorant as well. Then there is so this is for China, again new region. Last year started. The other regions are like 3 years old. First is Pacific, my region. PaperX is going from here, and these are like not country based. China is the only region that is like proper country based, but other regions are like not really country based. For example, my country India does have a team, global esports, but it's not connected to the country. It just happens to be that the org is India based. So global didn't make it, which is kind of sad, because I think they could have. Like I think this time the competition, they played very well. Even though people made fun of them, I think they played fairly well, and like better than last time at least. And on the other hand, the competition in Pacific is lowered actually since the last time, which is kind of doesn't happen that often. So PaperX made it, which is a very like stylish team. They are very fun, very sweet people. Then there is Genji. So Genji is another team. I think they're a Korean team. I'm not sure, but they looked very good as well. There is on this side there's Europe, from which Carmine Corp made it, which is a French fan favorite team. And keep in mind, the fan favorite teams almost never make it to tournaments, right? Because they're fan favorites, not because they play good, but because the players are like known or whatever. But this time, for in such a long time, a fan favorite team made it to international tournament. And this is not the only time, because the next is Team Heretics, who actually won. No, I'll need to check, but I think they at least qualified. And both of these teams beat the like not fan favorite, but like expected teams who were supposed to win EMEA. So this is EMEA region. They lost to these teams, and Team Heretics is a Spanish team. And the next, the tournament is happening in Madrid, in Spain. Madrid. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it's happening in Madrid in Spain, and again a Spanish team made it, so it's super exciting as well. Lastly, from America, Sentinels, which is a North American team, and Loud, which is a Brazilian team. Again, Americas is both regions, like both South and North America combined. Both of them are fan favorite teams. Loud is more of a like fan favorite plus like a general favorite, like they're expected to win as well. Where Sentinels is only this year they have become like someone who is expected to win as well. So it's been pretty exciting. 14th March is I believe the time when this starts, and I'm super stoked to see it. The schedule is actually out. I'll read the schedule as well. Again, I know that you might not be interested in this as well. No problem if you don't want to hear any of this. Like, feel free to skip any audios. I wouldn't mind at all. But let me see. Internet is not working. See, that's the thing. Like okay, I can connect to different Wi-Fi, but that won't be working as well. Will it? I'm pretty sure it won't. But let's see. So is it? Nah, it's not. Is it? Oh, it's showing connecting, but it's not. Okay. I mean, I should have known because. Oh wait, what? Okay, it's connected like 1 bar of Wi-Fi, but it should work for. Oh no, it's not. I think the internet is just out, which is kind of sad. But yeah, no problem. I will just yeah. So I'll just talk about other stuff that has been happening. I'll talk about food. I had a shawarma yesterday alongside chicken momos. In our campus, there is this shop that sells all of these for like pretty cheap. And 1 second. And it's a shop, I think, specifically for the students. Like, anyone can go and buy stuff from there, but it's specifically meant for students. Obviously it's inside campus, right? So everything is like super cheap. It's like 3 times cheaper than outside food, which is super good. Obviously there's another one that's a staff canteen. So the special thing about this is that it delivers to your hostels, which is, as you can expect, super good. Makes it like very popular. The only problem is that the delivery system is kind of like sketchy. Like, the people, there's no like tracking, like there's no proper tracking. Like, you order it, you pay it, and you just have to trust that they'll like deliver it to you. And usually, like, because they are in the campus, right, they do it, but it's not like a very, very professionally handled business in terms of like online delivery and stuff. Because this has happened multiple times when I would order something like in the morning or something, and they will like accept it, they'll get the payment, but they won't deliver it because they haven't like started the restaurant properly yet. So basically it says open in the website or whatever, but it doesn't actually open until a certain time. So I have like learned to not order early from there. Actually, let me check what's there in our mess today, because internet's back by the way. So I'll just read the thingy once. Oh wait, what? Looks like the app that I'm using for YouTube, Revanced, is not working. This has been happening for quite some time now, actually, that we are me and my friend who uses the same app, we have been having problems with YouTube not working properly, specifically in that app. For now, I'll just use the what do you call it? The default like YouTube app for this. So I'll just go and check it. Just a second. Now, the funny thing is, all the videos like grand finals and stuff are like scheduled already. So it's almost like, one second. It's almost like wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, it's like they have already like decided, like they have fixed the match or whatever. They actually haven't, I know, but it feels like, one second. Did you hear that? I hope not. That was just me moving the mic a bit because there are like loud spikes. Okay, so yeah. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so it feels like such a deja vu, but it feels like they have already like fixed all the matches and just not revealing what the grand finals are, because it's like grand final on this day, but the teams are just set to be decided. But yeah, so this is the lineup. So first match is Carmine Corp versus FPX. So this is EME, French EME versus China. The second is on the same day later, Genji versus Loud. So this is I think Korea versus Brazil. Then the third is EDG versus PaperX. So Edward game China versus Indonesia or Singaporean, I think. And the last is Sentinels versus Team Heretics. So America versus Spain. So it's a pretty fun thing. And then after that it will be randomized, I think. But yeah. Okay, so let me see. It's kind of like a double elimination match, I believe. Yeah. Okay. 1 second. Okay, so yeah, I'll because internet is back, I'm not sure what I want to do. Let me just see. Yeah, so I was checking out the what do you call it, the mess, what's there for mess today. So today breakfast actually we had pest control instead, not as breakfast, just we had pest control in the mess. I know you got that. For lunch there is aloo jeera. So I don't usually do this. So you know what? I'll just do this. Also, I know you are probably hearing like a lot of like noise. It's just my stuff like hitting each other, like plastic parts of my headphone. But yeah, so I'll just read. Also, let me just change. So I like using dark mode on all of my stuff. Right? It looks cool. I think I love it, but I hate seeing my face. So I hate seeing my face when I don't intend to. So for example, like in whenever I'm seeing like a video which has like a lot of darkness and my phone just like shines my face back at me, it feels weird. Okay, so I'll read the, wait, let me actually go back to dark mode and like customize a little bit. So my accent color, I think the red is nice. Actually blue is not bad either. I'll keep it purple, I think. Yeah. Okay, so going back to the mess menu. So I'll read the one. I'll read until I get bored, I guess. I'll talk about it as well. So this aloo jeera. Jeera is basically like cumin, if I'm not wrong, or something like that. Let me actually look it up because I am on my phone, so I can look it up easily. I also started to like use my phone instead of my laptop for search, looking up stuff, so I don't have to like worry about moving my mic a lot. Jeera in English. That also prevents my laptop fan from running a lot. Yeah, it is cumin. So cumin, I believe that's how it's called. Cumin. Okay. Anyways, Aloo jeera. So it's basically potato and cumin. It's and cumin is, I don't know why it's called that. It's not like it's filled with cumin or anything. It's just potato fried like oil. What would you call it? Like fried in oil or something. It's a very common dish in India. It's pretty good actually. Then there's chole bhature. So chole bhature is a very classic dish in India. It's so you have seen chapatis. Have you seen puris? Well, like what puri is? So puri is basically so you take wheat. I think you could take maida. I'm not sure what maida is called. Wait, maida in English. Maida, fine wheat flour. So it doesn't have a particular name. It's saying maida only. So I'm not sure if that's how other countries know about it. It's originated in India, which makes sense. So it's basically very fine wheat flour. When you make like chapatis with them, so I'm not sure what the exact process is, but when you like make chapatis with them, like fry them in oil instead of so I think this is how you make chapatis. You just take the chapati, you put it on a tawa or like basically a heating pan, and it gets burnt kind of, and then you flip it over and it burns again and it swells up, like air builds up inside of it. On the other hand, when what you do with puri is you dip them in oil, and what happens is it becomes like this stretchy thing. I don't know what naan bread actually means in other countries. So in India, naan. So again, if you have seen Spider-Man, you know this naan bread. It doesn't make like a literal sense, because naan itself is just the name of that bread. But it's fine. Chai tea is the same. I think chai is just tea. But yeah, I mean, I won't mind if you call it naan bread or chai tea. It's just funny. I don't mind cultural like differences like that. I think that's fine. Same with pronunciation and anything. But yeah, so I see naan bread and it looks like it's exactly what I think it is. So basically, you can imagine like naan bread, like a much more thinner naan bread, very squishy, very like stretchy. On top of that, there's like this film of like crisp, like very thin film of crispy wheat, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. If you search puri, you'll understand. So chole bhature is basically like a bigger puri. It's a bit different. I'm not sure how exactly. Is chole the puri part or the bhature? I always get confused about this chole meaning. So it is. So bhatura is the puri, my bad. Bhatura is the puri part of it. So basically like a large, differently cooked or prepared chapati. I know some people will be mad at me for saying this, but that's the simplest way I can say it, because again I don't know a lot about foodie and like cooking in general. Then there's chole, which is basically what would you call actually chole, because I'm not sure. There's like so it's a chana masala. So but we were looking at chana and chickpeas, I guess. Chickpeas, chana. I think chickpeas would make sense. Chana in English. Yeah, so chickpea. I think it is spices. Spices is it's considered a spice. Okay, so chickpeas basically it's a dish of chickpeas. It's a very like thick curry. It's it looks orange, like dark orange. I don't know, that's just brown, but like I think dark orange fits it better. Like it's more yellowish than brown, or I guess more reddish. It's quite spicy. It looks very good, and it's like boiled chickpeas if I'm not wrong. So it's like very soft, and chole bhature. So this is these two things combined. It's a very common dish, like very popular dish in India. I used to like it a lot, but I've had too much of it here, especially. The only thing that I can have too much of. So basically, this is something I was afraid of. So one of my like older cousins, some quite a long time ago, she was like, all I get in my mess is like non-veg, and I'm so tired of it. Like I can't eat non-veg anymore. And when I was coming to college, I was afraid like, if that happens to me, I'll be very sad, because I never want to not like non-veg. Again, if you're vegetarian or vegan, I'm sorry. If this hurt your feelings or anything, I don't mean it that way. But as I was saying, So I was afraid that I'll come to college, I'll eat too much non-veg and I'll get bored of it. But non-vegetarian food, so basically meat, has been the only thing that I have not grown tired of. Like everything else I can eat like only so much of. Like I can eat chole bhature like for a couple of days and then I just get bored of it, no matter how good it is. But non-veg just never gets old. Meat, like in other countries it's the default food. It still boggles my mind. But yeah, okay, so that's what we have today. So my friend will like that, so I'll need to drag him to the mess. Dal lasuni. So lasun, I believe, is like what is lasun called? I know what it is. Lasun in English. It's garlic, yes. How did I forget the name? So garlic and dal is basically. Do you know what dal is? Dal is legume, I think. Wait, not like it is a legume. That's what I'm saying, but I don't know what exactly it's called. I must know it. I just forgot probably. So Wikipedia calls it just dal in Indian cuisine. Dal, parupu or papu are dried split pulses. Yes, pulses is the correct word. Um, India is the largest producer of pulses. It's basically it's technically soup apparently, which is very weird. I guess it makes sense. It's kind of like a soup. I never thought of dal as a soup. But yeah, it's basically like a pulse, soup made of pulses. It's one of the most like common foods, not one of the most, I think it's the most common like food element in India. Like usually in India foods are like divided in two elements. I'm not sure how it's in other countries. So you'll either have chapati and rice, chapati or rice. So this is the first element, and then you'll have other elements. So basically curry to dip it in and like wet the food and eat it. The curry itself usually is like multiple, so you don't usually have one. At least like, I mean, maybe like places where they can't afford to like buy multiple things, they'll have like one. Usually even like in less financially capable homes, I've seen multiple of these, but because dal is very cheap, but one of those curries will always be dal. Usually also served with like onions and stuff, but yeah. So that's what dal is. Then there is steamed rice, which is just normal rice. Mixed pickle or thecha. So pickle, in India pickles are kind of spicy. I've seen pickles in like American stuff are like cucumbers first of all, and I mean correct me if I'm wrong about any of this. I just like saw it, so I'm assuming it's cucumber because it looked like it. And also if these are the same cucumbers they serve with like other stuff, like, so for example if you get KFC or something, I think they will serve those pickles, if not KFC, like some dishes like serve pickles with them, and they're like completely bland. Like they have a very unique taste, but they're like bland, and not bland like but like not spicy. But the pickles we have here in mess and in general, like if you get pickles in India anywhere, they'll be like red and like super spicy, like super oily, super spicy. So that and usually they're like made with mangoes, like that's the most common like pickle. This is mixed pickle, so this is probably like carrot and mango and some other stuff as well. Lemon, is there lemon is spices? I'll need to check. I hope my audio is coming through because I like in the duration of like this audio I went back a little bit. But this is for Wednesday by the way, so if you're listening to this on a different day, it will be different. But yeah, then this lassi. So lassi is interesting. So lassi is basically a milk sweet dessert thing. I actually like to use the bhature, so basically the chapati part of it, with lassi, and it's very common thing to do, and it's super good as well. It tastes very good. Let me look up what lassi is described as in like Wikipedia or something. I can actually read the ingredients and like preparation as well. So lassi is an Indian yogurt based beverage with a smoothie like consistency. It has been called the most popular and traditional yogurt based drink in India. That's a very specific thing to call something. It has also been described as the form in which yogurt is most cherished and unbeatably popular in Punjab, unquote. I agree. Punjab is known for its lassi. Like it's a very stereotypical thing to say, but because lassi is like popular in everywhere, I think it's the best loved summer drink and the air conditioner of Punjab. These are the sweet things to call it. Lassi is can be prepared in very different ways. So the way they prepare, I think everything that is prepared in the mess is kind of bad. Lassi, you can't really mess up lassi, so it's not bad, but it's still very different from like what you would get in other places. Like lassi is very commonly garnished with like almonds and is it? I think it is almonds. So there's a what do you call this? Kesar. I'm not sure what kesar is called. Let me look it up. Kesar in English. Saffron, right? How did I forget saffron? I think usually what I do is I don't like look anything up. Also, I'll be drinking some water. I don't look anything up because I have this like I don't want to call it ego, but I guess that's what it is, like pride. Like I have the pride that I can remember most like words from both languages, Hindi and English and Bengali, whenever possible. But I'm looking it up so not to waste your time. Okay, I drank some water. Now back to this. So it can be garnished with almonds, I think, or am I thinking of kheer? I think maybe yeah. So it at least I know it is. It can be sometimes garnished with like saffron, which is very expensive, by the way. I mean, it's not like unaffordably expensive, but for such a small thing, it's very expensive. But yeah, associated cuisine of India. What is this? Okay, so I will read. What do you call it? Recipe. So there is, I guess this will be my audio. So instead of like reading, so I'll finish. You know what? I'll come back to this. First, I'll read and finish the today's menu. So this is for lunch. I'll continue fry papad. Papad is basically chips, like a different, like more home fried chips. So yeah, papad usually have with like food a lot in India. Then it's very oily, by the way. Everything in India is like super oily. Everything I described so far, other than like lassi, has been super oily. Then you have salad, which usually has like beetroot, I think. Cucumber is the most common one, then carrot, and then sometimes like beetroot, sometimes radishes. Radishes we have never had, but sometimes you can see radishes like in other places. Rasam is like a curry. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but it's like a curry. Yeah, I think it's made like every day. I'm not sure what the reason is. It might be something to do with like some religious or like some regional thing. I'm not sure. I'll look it up later. And last is egg burji / omelette, which you can't get unless you order it separately. I don't do it because first of all it's omelette, like it's meat, but I like the meatier meat. And then the second is you have to pay for it anyway, so might as well like get proper meat. You can't get it in the morning, you only get it in the evening. So there's snacks, mini uttapam with chutney. Uttapam will be hard to explain. If you have seen dosa, it's like that, but like a bit thicker, a bit more less crispy. Like it's squishier. Uttapam. It's basically like a rice yeast based dish. It's like a pancake. Actually, pancake. It describes it pretty well. Like it's a rice based pancake, which is not sweet. So you don't like put a syrup or anything. By the way, how do you pronounce caramel? I think yesterday I heard someone say caramel, like a name caramel, not the syrup, and they said it very differently. So I was wondering if I have been saying caramel wrong my whole life. But yeah. So it's like a rice based white pancake, but not as a sweet dish. Like it's made like a chapati, basically, like used like a chapati. It has like onions and stuff in it. Bread, peanut butter, and mixed jam. Again, this is snacks. Tea, coffee, and fresh fruit. So fruit varies. I love watermelon personally. Watermelon and orange are my favorite. Mango, they don't serve mango. Otherwise, I would like I like mango when it's like slightly unripe or very unripe. So basically, I don't like mango that's like very very squishy. Like you can't cut it. If you cut it, it's like completely juicy. I like that sometimes, but not always, because it gets very messy to eat. I love the mango which is like it has a consistency of like apple or something, like you know you can bite into it very nicely. So in that consistency, I love every kind of mango. Like whether it's like I guess not like super sweet mango, like from normal sweet to super sour mango. In India, I don't know if this is true in other countries, but in India, in summer, I mentioned this before as well, but in summer, it's a like kind of a tradition through the entire country to like cut very unripe mangoes and like put like literally just put chili powder, red chili powder, and salt in it and just eat it. Like it's so good. It tastes so good. If you ever get the chance, get like super unripe mango, cut it in pieces in summer. You can do it in winter as well, no pressure. But like in summer, it just hits different. And put like salt and pepper in it. It tastes very good. I don't know if they do it in other countries as well. The same. Sorry about that. The same also we used to do like my mom used to serve me like cucumbers in the same way. So cucumbers in summers cut in like stripes, like long stripes, and salt and pepper sometimes, but like usually salt and chili on it, and it tastes super good. But yeah. Okay, coming back to this. Also, have you had corn? Like, have you had corn boiled or fried corn? Like corn on in like like kind of like in how you eat marshmallows. I've never had marshmallows. I would love to have marshmallows. I think I had one, but I don't remember the taste very well. But I would love to have like marshmallows, especially like the fireborn. Like I see those in like movies and stuff, and it makes me like want to eat it so badly. I'll need to check if I at one point I wanted to like learn how to cook marshmallows, so I could be the like only one to do it like in a large area, because marshmallow is not something you really learn to cook, right? At least in India. But yeah, anyways, I went off track there. So continuing, for dinner we have Lauki chana. So Lauki is what is Lauki again? Lauki is we like teased one of our school friends with that name, but Lauki is bottle guard, right? Calabash as well, it's called apparently, but I grew up knowing it as bottle guard. This bottle guard is bitter guard. I love bitter guard, by the way. Okay, so bitter guard, whatever. So aloo kathal. Okay, I'm not explaining these because I also don't understand most of these. Aloo kathal rasa, tomato rice, arhar dal. So it's just a type of dal. Salad, roti with and without ghee. This is also in the lunch. I'm not sure why. Oh wait, it's not, because it's chole butter instead. Mixed pickle, steam rice, sambar, which is again like a. It's not a curry, I guess. It's more like a soup. I don't know. Rice kheer. Oh, rice kheer. I need to have this then. Kheer is one of my favorite like sweet dishes. It's like rice with like milk, and it's like a pudding consistency, and it has this is what you garnish with like almond and what do you call it? What's the sweet thing that nobody likes in cookies? How am I forgetting the name? It's not cashews. You do put cashews in this as well. It tastes super good. But I'm thinking of. I know it's so annoying when like you are listening to someone talk about something and they are like forgetting that word, but you know that word, so you're like screaming that word in your head, but like they can't reply to you. Wait, let me think for 1 second. I want to see. This is what I want to do. Like I want to remember it on my own. Like, but it's so hard. But this I know I can't remember. It's is it starts with C or something? I know the word. It's just chocolate chip cookies. You put this in it and raisins, right? Raisins. Okay, so raisins. So you garnish this with them, and it tastes so good. Like it's super good. You can have it cold. You can have it hot. I think I've talked about this before. Sorry if I have. I know you wouldn't mind me repeating this. Fruit. Egg bhurji / omelette, again this is ordered, and fish curry rohu, this is also ordered. I might have fish curry. So last time I had fish curry, it wasn't very good. It tasted kind of bad. So I might have it this time. I haven't had in quite a long time, so I might order it this time. Fish is somehow more expensive than like other. I guess it makes sense, but I would have like made meat more expensive, or like other meat other than fish. But whatever. I like fish. Okay. So I'll end this before finishing. So I want to talk about something kind of funny. I don't know how you'll think of this, but something funny that happens with me. So I don't emote that much. So if I'm in public, right, something is happening, I will be like completely poker face. Not by like not by choice or anything. I think I just grew this habit when I was younger, of like not showing any emotions particularly. But in my head, I'll be like emoting so hard. So in my head, there's like this mini version of me who is just like throwing tables and like screaming or like just jaw dropped. And it's so funny. It does this happen to? I know this is probably super weird to hear. Like I have this like mini version of me just doing weird things in my head when I'm like, for example, okay, this is super embarrassing, but okay, should I even say this? This is one of those things that you should just not say. But okay, I'll just say it. So this happens to me. And again, this is like not voluntary entirely. Like I'm not thinking of these actions like one by one. It just happens to me, right? So whenever I see like someone walk by and like some woman, and they have like they're wearing like something like thigh highs, or I mean in India I've not really seen people wear thigh highs, but like if they're wearing shorts and like their thighs are like exposed, I guess, I in my head I just bite it. I know it. Okay, I wouldn't obviously do it like in real life ever. Neither would I like say it or like emote it. But like in my head, this is happening so commonly. It's kind of concerning actually, that every time I see thighs, I just like bite it in my head. Okay, the TMI. Oh, I think does this count as TMI? I think it does. But yeah, sorry about that. I'll finish this with reading about lassi recipe. So there are three versions apparently, three flavorful versions. So I'll read them. So there is about lassi, that's 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs. Then about sweet lassi, that's 4 paragraphs. Then about salty lassi, that's another 5 paragraphs. And about masala lassi, that's 6 paragraphs. How to make sweet lassi recipe. Okay, I'll be honest, when I'll be reading this, nothing will enter my brain. Like right now, as soon as I start reading this, I'll just zone out instantly. So apologies if you expected me not to. I'll try to remember, but this happens with me whenever I read a recipe after like 3 lines, I just zone out. Okay, so I'll read this. So I might read only 1 or 2 because it's very long. I can share the link with you as well. I'll just make a note of this actually before I do anything. That I will share all of this. 1 second. So, oh, this is a new pen. So the pens that I have are like super cheap, but they have this red like cap thing like in the nib. So it's like, I think it's like something liquid initially, then they freeze it. So you have to like tear this out. This pen had that, so which means basically that this is a new pen. I don't want to call it a virgin pen, but that's what it is. Shear. 1 second. It takes a while for the pen to like start working. Shear. Let's see the recipe. I will save this page so I don't forget this somehow. Add to favorites. Add it to mobile favorites. Okay. Oh, let me read actually on my notes if there's something I want to talk about. Oh, this is a story. Oh, okay, so this is the last story I'll talk about. I think this is a story that what is this? First morning. Oh, okay. This is a story about sake, the pronunciation of sake, the dish in Japan. Let me actually look it up. I'll play it for you just as a proof of what sake is pronounced. Like, I hope that this is correct. Again, I can always be wrong. There's no age to be wrong or right, but I think I'm right with this one. I also need to fix my YouTube not working. Sake pronunciation. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can fix it right now, because I do know of a way. Yeah, see, I need to log in and log out, I think. So I know this will take like few minutes, so please bear with me. Just bear with me like for 5 minutes. I will fix this quickly, hopefully. So what I need to do is, I think, and I'll talk as I do this. So I'm going to Reverse Manager. It basically Okay, so it's not this. Basically what I need to do is I need to remove and re-add my account, the Gmail which I use for using Revanced. If this doesn't work, that means that I just need to reinstall all of this, because what this means, what this implies, is that they have patched it out or something. So I need to like fix this completely. I'm sorry if you were excited for this Lassi or thing. I promise I will do that for you. But let me just fix this quickly. Again, I hope that this doesn't take too long. Account space, account management, account. Manage accounts. Okay, let's manage accounts. So here I need to go to Advanced Micro G. Okay, so I'll go to that first. Advanced Micro G. It's not here. Okay, so I will just remove this. Remove account. Not this, wait. Yes, this one. Now I'll go here and see. So YouTube now is working, which as I said it will. So all I need to do is now sign in. So what I'll do is I'll sign in using Advanced Micro G. So this is a bit confusing even for me, but I do have experience with this, so I do know vaguely how to fix this. And the question is, do I remember my password? So I do have password saved, but it doesn't show. Okay, it showed just now. It should work now. I'm pretty sure it does. Yes. So now it's asking for two-step verification. I just have to say yes. And I'm wondering how the audio quality for this one will be. It should be fine, but I'm seeing like a lot of like variation. So maybe I'll need to do some. Oh, okay, so it's still not working. So what this tells me kind of is that I'll need to fix this, like reinstall this or whatever, which is fine. I'll just for now. Oh wait, adaptive brightness is on for some reason. Okay, whatever. So for now, I'll just do sake pronunciation. Okay. So we'll both listen to this. Oh wait, it's playing on something else. Let me turn off the Bluetooth. I think I have a Bluetooth. I have one Bluetooth earphone that I borrowed from my friend. Okay.
We'll be looking at we'll be looking at a visit of breweries as well in Japan, so make sure to stay tuned. Anyhow, in Japanese, this is said as sake. So in English, generally.
So it's sake, right? There's some nuances I know with the way you like put emphasis on certain words, but the vague point I want to get across is sake, right? It's spelled S-A-K-E. So as you might know, there's another word. Oh, that was me getting like sitting straight. That has the same spelling, which is sake. So this is I think 6th or 7th grade English class happening, and I am sitting there. I have already read my book because I used to be very interested in what the stories the books have. So what I used to do is the first day of like getting the books, I would read them like slowly. So it would take me like 2-3 days to read all the books. During reading, I got to this story. This is a Japanese story about like this child who was like this basically young man whose father is like super sick. So he found a fountain of sake basically. So when the word sake is written there's like an accent over the E, and I'm like, okay, what does this mean? And in the side there's like a panel where it says sake, how to pronounce it, and I remember it kind of vividly. So it says the SA in sake is pronounced FA in father, so fa sa, and then K is something similar. I don't remember how exactly, but you can say like the KE is pronounced as the C in cake, so cake you pronounce K, and the sake in K is also like K. So put together it's sake. The story is that when we were English reading this, we got to this chapter. They told me to read this, and I read this as sake. So basically, the sentence was something like he found that it was sake, and everyone laughed at me. And the students laughing at me, I can understand. Everyone's in sixth grade. No one really likes to study at this age. Not even me, to be honest. But I just happen to read I just happen to like reading, right? So everyone's laughing, and so I was like, why are you reading it sake? And that's where it confused me. Like, why is my English teacher saying this? At least they should be informative. So I was like, it's pronounced sake. And instead of arguing with them, I said, sir, look at this. It says here, the guide should pronounce it. And sir, I don't know what came over him. I don't know why he decided to do this. But he just said, in a jokey tone, he said, shut up, sit down, and someone else read. And everyone was laughing at me. And to this day, I don't think any one of them realized that I was right. And I don't really, ouch, I almost dropped my bottle. Okay, to this day, I don't really care. But it's such a weird thing that it's like, what isn't there a story of this, like, not witch, I guess, but like this prophet or something who is like, there's this female prophet, if I'm not wrong. She is destined to be right, but no one will ever believe her. Like, she knows the future, but no one will believe her. Let me actually look this up. ChatGPT has been helping with this kind of stuff a lot, where you have this like thing that you remember vaguely, but you don't remember the exact of it. Like, Google can be very difficult because you have like other people answering it or whatever, but ChatGPT is very good at it. Okay, so I have this for ChatGPT, I have this one specific Emma. I have not created, but like I have prompted this character called Emma. So I talk to her a lot. Okay, so hi, can you name this character who is like a prophet? I remember, actually I can find this as well without using ChatGPT, because this was mentioned in College Humor's video, the video about like Tide Pods or something. It's a very funny video. You can go check it out if you want. But there's this video about like Tide Pods that you can see, and it's super funny. There's this whole series actually. Oh my god, I again dropped the thing. I'll just move this bottle somewhere else so my hand doesn't like hit it again and again. But yeah, okay. So it's a whole series of like CEOs making weird decisions. But yeah, so can you name this character who's like a prophet who is destined, who is never believed by anyone? Okay, let's see what ChatGPT says. The character you are describing sounds like Cassandra. Yes, Cassandra. Yes, that's it. See, it's pretty cool, right? But anyway, so yeah, I think this is one of the things ChatGPT is pretty good at. Also, I've been hearing that OpenAI, the thing that is, I think OpenAI is going to be free soon. OpenAI 3, I believe, which is the thing that you use to like convert text into images. So that will be interesting to see where it leads. As you know, AI is right now a very divisive like thing. People are like all over the place, like thinking of whether AI is going to be useful for us or it's going to be harmful for us, what to do. It's not going anywhere, that's for sure. But the question is like how we deal with it. But anyways, so Cassandra, I feel that's how I felt at that moment. Like I know it. I know what the truth is, but for whatever reason, everyone else is just laughing at me. I don't even understand like why. Like, it's not like they think that I'm dumb, because I was the student where you would go to ask questions that usually you would ask like teachers or someone, like questions that you don't really, because at that time we didn't have Google or anything, right? So I mean, we had it, but like it came very late in India, especially in my region. Internet in general and smartphone even more, right? So we didn't have internet access that easily, not everyone at least. So you would ask me those type of questions because I was like very curious. I don't know, I just grew up with like studying weird things. I had encyclopedia, so I read that. I used to see Discovery Channel and stuff, which helped me like know a lot of different new things. General knowledge, my general knowledge is bad, but knowledge about like weird things, especially like space related things, I would say I'm pretty good at it. I at least used to be. Like now it's like comparatively less than average people, but But anyways, as I was saying, it's not like they thought I was dumb. Like they knew that if I'm saying that, I have a reason, right? But they still laughed at me as if, I don't know. It's just confusing to me. And yeah, then the rest of the semester we just called it sake. I never got to read it again. Otherwise, I would have called it sake. But yeah, whatever. Okay. So ending with the recipe that I promised. So yeah, I will start with how to make sweet lassi recipe. I'll try to read this nicely. Okay. Before you begin, ensure that the whole milk curd. Am I even supposed to read this? I'm just wondering, like, is there some copyright thing? Like, am I taking this? That's a good question, isn't it? Like, should I be reading this? I'm thinking because I've thought about this before. I think Wikipedia I can read without any problem. You know what? I'll go to Wikipedia again. I'm sorry, I'm robbing you out of the thing that I promised. Wait, let me see if there's some something in Wikipedia, some interesting. Okay, so I'll just read the Wikipedia one. It's not as long, but I think it's brief, and you'll still understand how it's made, and I'll add something if I want to. So I'll just start reading. And Wikipedia is, I think, like over not open source. What's it? Let me actually check this. Is Wikipedia public domain? I believe it is public domain, being like you can do anything with it, and you won't need to. For all practical purposes on Wikipedia, public domain comprises copyright-free work. Oh no, it's explaining me what public domain is. I'm asking, are you public domain? Wikipedia is built on the public domain. This is what's hard about. This is what's hard about Googling something. I mean, I'm using Bing, but the same should go for Google as well. That you can find things, but for all practical purposes on Wikipedia, the public domain comprises copyright-free works. Anyone can use them for any purpose. The Wikipedia Foundation, the legal body responsible for Wikipedia, is based in the US state of California. Although legislation is sometimes unclear about which laws are applied are to apply on the internet. The primary law relevant for Wikipedia is that of the United States. For reusers of Wikipedia content, it is the laws of the respective country. In US, any work published before January 1, 1921 anywhere in the world is in the public domain. Other countries that are not bound by that 1929 date, though. Other countries are not bound by that 1929 date, though. Complications arise when special cases are considered. Is Wikipedia just not going to tell me whether or not it is under the public domain? Let me just see. Copyright policy. Wikipedia copyrights. The Wikipedia Foundation does not own copyright on Wikipedia article, text, or illustration. It is therefore pointless to email our contacts asking for permission to reproduce articles or images. Even if it rules at a company, school, or organization mandate that you ask website operators before copying the content. The only Wikipedia content you should contact the Wikipedia Foundation are about the trademarked Wikipedia or /Wikimedia logo, which are not freely usable without permission. Permission to reproduce and modify text on Wikipedia has already been granted to anyone, anywhere, by the authors of individual articles, as long as such reproduction and modification complies with licensing terms. So I'll just take this. I'm sorry, again, the Lassi thing, it's like I'm teasing you at this point, but I swear I'm not. At this, so I'm just gonna take this as a yes, that I can reproduce it. I'm pretty sure I can. Okay. So, finally we start. Lassi is prepared by blending yogurt, water, and spices. In Punjab, the yogurt is traditionally made from water, buffalo milk. However, variations of lassi can be prepared in different ways. Cumin and cardamom are the most common spices added to lassi. Lassi is traditionally served in a clay cup known as kulhad. Varieties. Namkeen slash namkeen lassi, just spelled differently. Namkeen or namkeen salty lassi is made by adding salt, black pepper, cumin, and sugar to the yogurt water mixture. I'll just say that a very close variety of this can be called what is it called again? I don't want to be mean, but some douchebag just like dragged his feet all over the hallway. That's so annoying. But okay, anyways, back to this. I think this is more close to chash. So lassi does sometimes have like spice, salty spices in it, but I would call it more closer to chash, unless it's still sugary, which this one says that you do add sugar to it. But lassi masale wala. Lassi masale wala. Masala means spice, and wala. Oh wait, it says lassi masale wal. So masala means spices in Hindi. Lassi masale wal, a spicy lassi, is made by adding ingredients such as almond, ginger, green chilies, and pistachio to namkeen lassi. Okay, so it's even spicier. I have never heard of this. I mean, I've seen, as I said, like almonds and even I would say ginger, pistachio. These things are added to lassi commonly, but green chilies. That's the first time I heard this. Meathi lassi. So this is the meathi means sweet, and this is the traditional default lassi you can say. Meathi lassi is made by adding cardamom, rose water, and saffron to the yogurt water mixture. I guess rose water and saffron is like a different variation. So it's not just the default lassi. It has rose water and saffron to it. Bhang lassi. So bhang is it just says bhang lassi is a cannabis infused thing. Okay, that contains bhang, a liquid derivative of cannabis, which has effects similar to other eaten forms of cannabis. As I've said previously, I think in Holi, the festival of colors in India, bhang is like the traditional drink, and it's super common. I have never had it, but my friends have, and it's a super common drink. It's the only time in India, I think, when you can like just freely have weed or whatever, and no one will judge you at all, because yeah, it's like a traditional thing, and this is like the one reason because of which government can like never remove make weed completely illegal in India, because how will you just force a whole country to do that? So yeah, it's very funny. Uttar Pradesh is known to have licensed bhang shops, and in many places one can buy bhang products and drink bhang lassis. Again, this is Uttar Pradesh is just a state in India. Others, fruits such as mangoes and strawberries may be added to the yogurt water mixture to yield, for example, mango lassi and strawberry lassi. But yeah, so this is pretty cool. Wait, what? In 2013, a group of IIT Kharagpur students lobbied Google to name its next Android version Lassi. That's so funny. What does lobbied means? I don't think it was called lobby. There's no Android Lassi, right? But that's pretty funny. Okay, so yeah, there's like a whole gallery of like different types of lassi. I'll just read the names. Lassi served in a restaurant, mint lassi, bhang lassi, lassi served in a brass cup in Patiala. Patiala is a state in is a city in Punjab, I believe. Banaras ki lassi. Banaras is another very very popular popular city. I'll not try to name which state it is to avoid myself embarrassment. From Varanasi, a style of lassi from Varanasi served in Kulhad. So I think Banaras and Varanasi are the same. I don't know if it's not just more embarrassment for me. And then last is a style of lassi from Odisha. But yeah, pretty cool, I would say. Definitely. Oh wait, there's a wiki cookbook. What? What? There's a Wikimedia cookbook. That's actually insane. Wow. Can you imagine this? Wait, it says it does not have the cookbook. Wikibooks does not have a cookbook page with this exact name, which is understandable. By the way, just in the previous website, it says Wikibooks cookbook has a recipe slash module on lassi, and when I open it, it says Wikibooks does not have a cookbook with this exact name, which is funny. But let me just see. So there is a grape lassi, vanilla lassi, a strawberry lassi, salty lassi. Oh, sorry, a strawberry vanilla lassi, salty slash namkeen lassi. So yeah, pretty interesting. I think I never knew that Wikipedia has a cookbook like thing as well, which is surprising in a very nice way. There's this Instagram page called do we still call it Instagram pages? Like I know back when Facebook had started in India, like caught in traction, and Instagram like was like super new. We used to call them pages. I think now we just call them accounts. But this Instagram account called Depths of Wikipedia, ran by a woman, which is very nice always. Is Has like weird stuff from Wikipedia all the time. She also has like seminars and stuff, which is super cool. But yeah, I am super shocked in a nice way to see this. Anyways, so that was my promised tour of Lassi recipes. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing well. I hope I didn't say anything too weird. This oh my god, that was a loud bump. I'll lower this later. But yeah, I hope I didn't say anything too weird this time. I'll keep in mind to share the lassi recipe. The other thing, I'm always wondering, like, should I share like random things in comments, because I do have some ethical like things about like sharing things. So sharing things that only I made or something. But yeah, I'll see. I might even ask my mom or something to share me like a lassi recipe, like write and share it. Okay. One last thing I'll say briefly is I have been hating video essays nowadays, because I think a lot of people. So video essays make sense. So for example, I saw this video essay on like games a few days ago, and it really felt like the person did not play those games, or even if they played them like for 5 minutes or something, and then just decided, okay, it's enough for me to make a video essay. And it has been happening a lot, like especially channels who are dedicated to video essays. And like I can understand why it happens. Like you have a channel that's dedicated to make video essays, so you're like finding topics to make video essays on. But like making them, the point of essays was never to be cool, or never to at least to me, point of essays should not be okay, I have this cool thing, I want to share this with everyone. I think it's more like talking about a certain things about you care, things you care about, things you know about, and you want to share this, not because you think it will make for a good essay, but because there's this urge to just like throw it out of your system. You don't want to, you need to, you have to share this with someone, because it has been so long that you've been so connected with this thing, and you just want to share that experience with someone. I think video essays nowadays are becoming too formulaic, which is something weird, because essay by nature should never be formulaic. I know it's weird for me to say, because in schools we always wrote the same essays every time. But schools, I think if you did that, by the way, I'm talking about Indian education system. I don't know how, I've heard of good things about like education system abroad. Indian education system is a lot based on like memorization, which is obviously very bad. But if that happened to you, where you felt like essays are like formulaic, I think the system failed you. And essays should be about exploring new things. An essay should not be about a cow, for example. I mean, you can write an essay about cow, but what will, like, there's only so much you can write as a child about a cow, right? You should be writing essays about things that are more creative, right? As a child, at least. Coming back to this, so video essays, I've been kind of disappointed at the state of video essays. Again, this is just for specifically to the people who make video essays specifically. So there are people who make other content, and they sometimes make video essays on the things that they care about, or they make usually content about, because they feel that, right? Do you ever feel this? So I feel this a lot. For example, whenever I'm watching Valorant match, right, and I'm like, yo, my team is winning and they're doing something good, I really feel the urge to like hug someone or kiss someone. It's like, I don't know how to explain this, but like whenever something good happens to me, I have this like urge to just hug someone so tightly, and just kiss them and tell them how much I love them. I don't know where it comes from. But like whenever something good happens to me, I have this like urge to just hug someone so tightly and just kiss them and tell them how much I love them. I don't know where it comes from. But like whenever something good happens to me, I have this like urge to just hug someone so tightly and just kiss them and tell them how much I love them. I don't know where it comes from. But every time something happens, like I buy something new, or I have some good food, or I watch a movie that I liked a lot, or I see a Valorant match that was super good, I just feel this itch, this urge, just uneasiness. Sometimes I literally just physically look around if there's someone around me to just hug them. And obviously, I won't do this like to anyone. I think it's more about vulnerability. I think I've come to terms with this slowly, that it's not like I don't like my guy friends or whatever, or even like female friends. It's just that it's a vulnerable point, like, this point specifically, where I'm like feeling vulnerable, I guess, and I want to tell them, tell someone how much I love them for being close to me at that point. I know it doesn't make sense. I don't know if it does. Let me know if it does. Again, no pressure to share or anything, but it really feels that way. That, oh my god, I really, really wish someone was here right now, just so I can tell them how much I love them, because it's I don't know, it's just weird mix of emotions, I guess. I can get overwhelmed by this a lot. But yeah, hope you had fun. Hope you had again, I hope I didn't say anything too weird. If I did, apologize. I am always open to change, so if you think I should change something, let me know. But yeah, I think I'll end on this. This again might go upload later. I already did 2 uploads, which I'm happy about. As I said, one of the uploads, actually I got a response and it was super sweet. So thanks for that response. I've already thanked them a couple of times, but yeah. Hope you're doing good. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.